Hello, everyone. Author Brendan here, and as I shared on my Instagram, I am going to be doing a writing sprint. So, if this is your first time doing a writing sprint with me, well, let me introduce myself. My name is Brendalyn Mantianor. I am an author of children's books as well as an upcoming Christian fantasy novel. I'm also a grade 6 teacher, so I teach French immersion elementary, and I am writing a novel that is going to become a series. And I finished writing my book. I'm now in the editing process, and I really want to finish editing my book because I'm hoping to have it proofread before I have it ready for the fall. So that's why I'm doing this writing sprint. I've been, doing Camp NaNo all July so far. I haven't missed one day, and I want to keep it up. And so I think the best way for me to do that is to keep writing, editing on my own, and also having a writing sprint so that I can really get my minutes up. So let me just do this. Yay! So here is the little slide I have here for you guys. So this is going to be the first Write With Me writing sprint for Fridays. Thanks for those who answered the poll on Instagram. And so I'll be doing on Fridays. So that makes it 2 more Fridays to go, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3. And so that's what we're going to do. And I am just going to go to the next one. As I already told you, my name is author Brendalyn. MA stands for Manti Anor. And you can get more information about me, my background, and what I love to do by following my website or connecting with me through Instagram as well as Facebook. You can also look at some pins that I've put on Pinterest. And I hope that you like and subscribe to my channel. If you find that this writing sprint was helpful for you while you were writing, you were editing, I hope that you will also support me in that way. So I've given my little introduction to you, but let me tell you where I'm from. I'm from Canada. I'm originally from Montreal, but I'm currently in Edmonton. I've been here for almost 8 years. So I'm from Edmonton, Alberta right now. And yeah, I'm Canadian. I speak English and le français. And I am proud to be bilingual, well, trilingual-ish, because I also understand fluently our Akan language tree. I can speak it, but I'm not the best. But in the same time, I'm really happy to be a multicultural, diverse woman and also a teacher and an author. So I think that's pretty cool. So if you are in the comments right now, feel free to share where you're from and what you like to do as well. News for the summer. Well, I don't have much besides my novel. So I say not much because I usually have a lot of things that I'm doing in the summer. I am doing a type of summer program that I'm usually in charge of, which is volunteer. And, that's under wraps. I've been doing it for a couple of years. My big focus right now is my novel, just because I have a deadline to catch up to. And my summer program is already set. And I have staff working there, and they're doing amazingly. So I'm really focusing on this novel because I don't want to miss any days for Camp NaNo. But in the same time, I really want to finish all the things I need tweaking, things to delete and remove or to keep for my next book that will follow for the book 2. And so basically, I'm really focusing on this manuscript, making sure that, these rounds of edits are done so that I can give them to my proofreader. My proof editor, I should say. So I just had a lot to say. I hope you guys are having a great summer as well. And feel free to write in the comments, or if you're looking at the playback, I'd love for you to answer these questions too and tell me, what are your news, or what's up, what's new, what updates do you have for the summer? Your book project you're working on. So the book I'm working on is a Christian fantasy novel. And it originally was called Ember in the Dust. But when I really thought about it and I went through my manuscript and looked through it, dust wasn't really the fitting word. It was not really a theme in the story. And I think it was just a title that I thought was really fitting at first, but then it wasn't. And so I changed it to Ember in the Mist. So that's what it's called now. And it's been changed for a while. I don't think I really shared it yet on social media, unless I did it once or twice. But yes, it's now Ember in the Mist. if you go on Goodreads, you'll also see there's Sing Ember in the Mist with all my other books that you can see here. The children's books that I've put here, the English and French ones. And yeah, so Ember in the Mist is a book that's a Christian fantasy novel. It's geared to kids who are late elementary, middle school, junior high type of thing. And so it's a book that is going to be a series of multiple books. And I'm really looking forward to it. Book one is looking really great. I am excited for it to come out. The cover is done. I now have two editors that I've worked with already. I'm going to be working with a third one. I'm going to be working on beta readers. I have an amazing author that I follow called Mandy Lynn, who is going to be helping me with the type, like I think it's called typography. So the text of the cover. And I'm really excited to see how it'll look like. I haven't seen it yet. And so things are rolling. And because there's so many things to do and I have a deadline, I'm hoping for it to come out in the fall. I really don't want to delay anymore. So fall is the latest, late summer. It's between late summer and fall. Can't do it in winter because it's not going to be fitting for the book. So it has to be done during that time. And so that's basically what I'm working on right now. And that's what I'll be doing through the edits. Whew, doing a lot of talking, but please tell me, what project are you going to be doing while you're doing this writing sprint? And current read. Well, I've had this current read for a long time. It's called Homegoing by Ya Jessie. She's also Ghanaian, like me. And I really like this book because I learned a lot of things inside about, my background and my heritage. And, also has the mentioning of slavery and colonization inside, but also the culture and the languages and the different tribes and the way that family dynamics are important. And it does talk a lot about family. I haven't finished it yet, though I started in mid-March-ish, I think, just because I was teaching. And also we had provincial exams that the grade sixes have to do, as well as all the other assessments we had to do because we just wanted to know where students were with COVID happening these past 2 years. And so I really had to put this on the backside. And now I'm back to it. And as you can see, I'm almost done and I'm loving it. And I've been reading it a lot. But to help me finish it quicker, I've been using Audible, and that is really helpful as well. So yes, if you haven't read this book yet, or you think this will interest you, put it on your TBR list and make sure to read it if you ever get the chance. And I would love to know what books you're reading because I always am adding to my TBR list. And I'm looking for diverse books and different genres. I'm not really that picky as long as I read it and I really like it. There are some things I don't really often read, which is purely romance. But if there's romance in the book, I'm fine. Sci-fi, I've read some sci-fi books. I'm more of a fantasy person, but I do love mystery, not too much gore or horror. But yeah, if you have any books that you're reading, you really think it's great and you would highly recommend it, please write it in the comments. And I'll definitely give it a look at and add it to my TBR list. So let's go to the next one. Okay, I promise after this, I'm not going to be talking much, except for the little breaks that we'll have in between, but I don't want to waste too much time. So let's get going. So I've already greeted you guys. Again, my name is Brendolyn. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing 3 writing sprints. It says second for the third one, but that's wrong. We're doing 3. So the first one's going to be 15 minutes. The second one's going to be 20 minutes. And then the last one is going to be 25 minutes, which will be a total of an hour of the writing sprint itself. So I'm hoping that when I'm done with this, if you are going to the playback, I will put the times there for you so that you can actually use the time. So if you don't want to hear me talking, I don't blame you. You can just go to the 15, 20, and 25 minutes and you'll have your hour of a writing sprint and you can play as many times as you need. And yeah, and I am going to be doing this again next Friday and the Friday after that. I'll be basically doing it every Friday of this month during Camp NANO. So good luck because we're going to be starting our first writing sprint really soon. And to help us with this, I am going to be, how do I say this? Using a countdown that I usually use with my students while they're having snacks or they're working quietly. And I got to work with it a lot. And I found one that I really love, which is the sand. It's like an hour sand glass or whatever thing. And I really like that one because I can choose the colors. And usually the colors help me with what I'm writing too. So I am going to be using my headphones to be listening to writing sprints. And when I say writing sprints, I mean an audio of a writing sprint that Bethany Arazada did. And they're really helpful and they really get me in the mood because it feels like I'm in a movie and it fits really well with what I'm writing. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And yeah, so I'll give you the timer. I'll be listening to my music. I'll be typing. So if I'm not talking, it's because I'm typing away. If you have anything to say, write in the comments and let's get to it. So, sensory. Maybe I can show you what it is and then you'll know what it is. So let me put this away. And I'll get back to it later. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So this is basically the site that I use, onlinestopwatch.com, and I always go to the sensory. So when I go down, there are these ones. I'm not going to really see it, but mentally, just so I know that I'm picking the one I want, I'm going to pick the sand timer. And hopefully it pops up. There are a lot of these things there too, which is annoying. But like I said, 15 minutes, and I usually pick a color. So the scene I'm really writing about is kind of conflicting, but still calm. So I will pick a dark blue color. And I am going to pause it because I want to get my music started. But I will leave this here for you so that you can see. I'll make this a little bit bigger. I don't actually think I'm sharing the right screen right now. So I will reshare. So I think it kind of moved to the wrong one. Perfect. Okay, sorry. So this is the sand one I was trying to show you. So as I'm writing, I'm actually going to be doing this. I'm going to be listening to music in the meantime. Actually, I'm going to take off my earrings. So I've noticed that every time I have my earrings on, my headphones like squeeze the pointy part behind my ears. That gets really annoying. Okay. So I'm going to be editing. And a big tip when you're editing, either if you're editing or writing during the writing sprint, is just work. Just do your work. Don't stop to start Googling, different words with a thesaurus or spelling or quotations and stuff. Like just write. Just write, edit. When you're done, you can look back. If you want to remember pointers, I usually highlight in a color or I bold it. So I know where to go back to. But wasting time to go through those avenues, we're going to get distracted. We're not actually going to be using our time for the writing sprint. Just a little tip. So I'm going to start the timer and have fun. Oh, actually, I'm going to display. So 15 minutes starting now. Okay, so that was the end of the first sprint. Okay, so let's go to says I have to. Oops, I'm trying to share again, but it's taking a little bit longer than I'd like it to. Perfect. So we finished with the first writing sprint, and now it's a little break. Whoops, I just lost it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So a little break. Basically, what I wanted to share mostly was. How can I do this? Okay, so basically, with this little break, what I really wanted to share mostly was what inspired me to write a novel. And so, writing this book, Ember in the Mist, has been a while. Last Camp NaNoWriMo, I was able to really do some writing sprints that really helped me reach my goals, which that was great. And on my own, with the little last part to pass the milestone, I was able to get all my basically the word counts that I was aiming for, which was 25,000 words, if I'm not mistaken. But I kept going, and I already wrote paid how do I say this words before that. So my manuscript's about 70,000 words right now, but it's probably going to be a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, depending because I am deleting things and adding things. So we'll have to see. So basically, I could show you right now my Camp NaNoWriMo, just so that you guys kind of know how um, it looks like. And if you've never done Camp NaNoWriMo before, well, now you will know exactly what site to use to go with Camp Nano. So I'm going to go here. Perfect. So if you look at my page where it says Camp NaNoWriMo, here is the main page. This is my page for this one right here. I do have other projects that I had previously, which are still the same project here, but it was like different goals, I should rather say. And yeah, this is how it looks like. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that you guys can see. Perfect. And so I've reached these goals already. So this one is the day I set my goal. I also updated my word counts that you see up here. So I'm trying to go to 50,000 words, but it's actually more because I'm finishing my whole manuscript, like I said before. And this one was on the first day. I was able to update my goal. Actually, this one's just setting the goal, if I'm not mistaken. This one is when I earned my badge by updating your progress on the first day of your goal. So I did that. This one is when you do it twice in a day. I did it twice in a row, 3 times in a row, 7 times in a row. And if I'm done updating it today, I will get my 14th badge, which I'll do at the end of this writing sprint, and I'll show you that I'll get this badge. Haven't got 21 or 24 days up to the end. Nope. I've reached 1,667 words, as you can see here. 5,000 words I did too. Now I'm leading to 10K. So I am excited because I'm almost at 800. I'm almost at 8,000 words. And so I am getting close. So maybe by the end of the day today, I will get that badge, and I'm going to keep going. So yeah, so this was very helpful in writing my book, and it was very challenging at first because I didn't really know what I wanted. When it came to word counts, I said 50,000's okay, 40,000's okay. My story kept going and evolving, and it became a beautiful story at the end. And it stopped at a perfect part that there's a book 2 coming. And so, excuse me. So that's basically, what inspired me. a lot was seeing other authors doing their novels too. I started with children's books as first, and this story per se is very different from my imagination because I did have something similar to that. The elements of certain people, like my main character Naraya and her grandmother Nana Sarah, their dynamic was is important in the story, but was derived from another story that I had. The elements of the fruit of the spirit in my stories, um, and them being gems, also derived from the idea I had before. And it was originally a French story, believe it or not. It was in French, and I just changed it to English because I don't know, it just fit for the moment. And I was able to roll with it more, use Camp NaNoWriMo and other softwares, mostly using Google Drive with storing some files for how the cover is going to look, character inspirations, um, old manuscripts, quotes that I want them to say, and especially writing the story on a Google Doc has been very helpful. And so, yeah, so those are little things that I've been doing. And I really want to go back to another sprint so that I don't waste time. It's already been 36 minutes and I'm talking a lot. So, after this, we're going to have another break. And I would like to share some tools that I have been using when it comes to the writing process. I think a big thing that I do is that I misuse some of the ways I'm using point of views of my characters, as I've heard from my editors. And instead of showing, I'm telling a lot, and not always, but a lot of it is. And so I have a tool that really has been helping me, and I will show you the tool that I've been using a lot and what I've been using recently, so that you have a paper version as well as a digital version for it too. So without further ado, I am going to again go back and share. um, Let me actually do the timer first, because I always have to change the time. And this time, if I'm not mistaken, it's 25 minutes, right? It's 25 minutes. Mhm. Okay. Okay. 25 minutes. So if I'm here, okay. So start. It's loading. I'm going to remove and I'm going to add it back. And it's just loading. Perfect. So the timer has technically started. Yeah, 20 minutes. So I can be still. So it's kind of annoying. Sorry, guys. And yeah, so I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to mute myself. And for the next 20 minutes, we are going to be having a writing sprint. Good luck. Okay, perfect. That was our second writing sprint. And we are going to have a little break. There is a way I could just share a page without really. No, there's so many tabs. There should be an easier way to share all these things. Anyway, so as I said, I would do. I'm just going to be sharing some things I personally use to help me with my writing process, especially when it came to my characters, the way they felt, what actions are being depicted that are demonstrating their emotions instead of me telling you they're frustrated. Maybe they're, frowning or they are, tapping their feet, their arms are crossed. So things like that. And what I really have been using is this book that I got on Amazon, which is called The Emotion Thesaurus. And I find it really useful. So, for instance, I just line on the page for hurt. So, if my character is hurt, it tells me one of the definition. So, suffering mental pain, feeling wounded or aggravated. Um, Physical signs or behaviors, for instance, could be eyes widening, if they're hurt, or their brows furrowing, or swallowing hard, or a slow disbelief and headache, color draining from their face, holding a hand up, what, um, drooping shoulders, weakness in the knees. So, for instance, if somebody's feeling powerless, for instance, um, it says for definition, feeling that one lacks the authority, skills, or resources to act. So I have to see if that fits for what my character's feeling at the moment. Physical signs and behaviors would be poor posture, a bent neck, sagging back in a chair as if needing support, um, slack facial features, avoiding people or body contact, a weak head shake or grasp, rubbing one's legs or squeezing the knees while sitting, stuff like that. So this has been very helpful when it comes to, um, really wanting to go back into a section because I'm done editing everything and I have bolded parts and I'm not really sure how to say something. I usually put a red in my bolded parts. So I know, okay, that means you have to go back to it. I don't want to waste time. And then if it's just bolded, that means it's just markers. So I know where I stopped last. And if it's blue, it means that there's maybe words that I have to check. Maybe I use the word repeatedly. Maybe I wrote it one way, like the American way, and then I wrote the Canadian way. So I just got to go check. So that's what I use if it's a physical copy. But what I'm going to share right now is a copy that is digital. And I found it recently and it's been very, very helpful. And I am going to share my page just so that you can see it quickly. And then we'll do our last writing sprint, which will be 25 minutes. And I'll tell you exactly how many words I edited during the 25, no, 35 minutes that passed. That's 20 plus 15, 35. Okay. Perfect. So as you can see, maybe you can't see great. So as you can see, this is an emotional thesaurus, just like this one, but a digital version. And this is very helpful because I see stuff here that whew, I am so sorry. I see things here that are very um, compatible with my story. So there is frustration in my story. So let's say I click frustration. It tells me similar to this: pinching the lips together, rushed speech, tapping one's fingers to release energy, for instance. So that's for frustration. If I want something a little bit more happier, so somebody is happy, maybe they're smiling, maybe they're humming, um, maybe they're telling jokes, maybe they have a bubbly, light voice, maybe they're stretching out their legs, you know. So those would be that. And I'll just pick one more that goes with my story. There's shock in the story. So I'm taking a step back or two. Again, widening eyes, bulging, freezing, so just frozen from the shock, mouth falling open, raising the eyebrows. So if you are somebody who you feel that you're always telling your readers what's happening in the story and you want to find ways where you are just showing, like you can tell sometimes, but mostly you are, showing, um, the digital thesaurus, emotional thesaurus that I just gave would be a great one. And this one too. I got this off Amazon. As you can see, it says A Reader's Guide to Character Expression, and it's the second edition. It's not that big. It wasn't really that expensive. There's not even pricing on it. But yeah, I really like it, and it's been super helpful for me, especially because I want to find various ways to say the same thing. So I would use that. And if you think that it's going to help you, I would encourage you to either use this or use the one that I shared before. I'm actually going to go back, take like the URL, and put it in the chat over here. Oopsie. Okay. Emotional thesaurus. It's supposed to be in the chat right now. I will also paste it like this so you can see it over there. So if you, right here, if you really think that's going to help you, it's here for you to see. I'm leaving here for a while so that you can, copy it off. You can also check the chat and copy it off. But at least you have this, and it will be very helpful for you while you're doing your expressions and behaviors and feelings of your characters without really telling us, but showing us instead. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go back here again. It's like sharing, not sharing, sharing, not sharing. I might find a faster way to do this next time. It's been actually a while since I've done this one. Actually, no, it's not actually that bad. Okay, third writing sprint. I know it says second, but I said this in the beginning. It's the third and final writing sprint. Oh, wait. Oh. Third and final writing sprint. So what we are going to be doing now is I am going to be sharing the time, like the sand timer again. Let me go in here. Let me just do it now. Oh, I have to enter the time myself now. So 25:00, 25 minutes, still blue. And here we go. "25 minutes on the clock. See you when you're done." Okay, perfect. So that is the last of the writing sprints that I said I was going to do today. Just going to share my screen once again. I will find a faster way to do this because it's getting kind of redundant. Perfect. So, how many word counts did I do today? That's a very good question. Um, it's not like the usual. I just have to go back to my marker. If I check how many words I did and where I actually stopped. Mhm. Okay. So I did 877 words editing. So I was adding words, putting things away, adding words, putting things away, adding words, putting things away. So that's 877 words. I'm going to go to Camp NaNo. I'm actually going to bold the next word. So I know I did. I said 877, right? Sorry, guys. Yeah, 877 words. I'm going to come here, paste to the grid copy version. Go here, write update, 877 words. Happy about it. I was writing at home. I'll say at the office. Let's just kind of my office space. I did on my laptop. And we started, it took us about an hour to do this. And now I'm at 800, whoa, sorry, 8,622 words. I'm going to actually stop sharing my screen because I did say I was going to show you that I'm going to get my 14 word strikes. So like I'm getting them, my badge, I should say. And if you look here, I just got it. It says won this badge a few seconds ago. So 14 days in a row. I haven't missed any days. And so I'm gonna probably write a little bit more later in the afternoon. Well, in the evening, because that's what I really good for my space. And then I'm gonna keep going and hopefully 21 days, 24 days up until the last day of Camp NaNo. I want to keep writing and I want to get all the badges. So hopefully next time when you see me, I'll pass 10,000 words. What's this? Okay, interesting history. I don't think I've actually got my par exactly. I've passed it, but I don't think they gave it to me. And this one is updates every day. So at the end of it, I'll show you that. But for sure, I'm aiming for the 10K. Next time when I come back, I have to have 10K. Okay. So yep, that's it showing you about my badges. I'm just gonna go back and see what else it's asking me to what I had on my slides. I don't remember. So I showed my word counts overall. I showed and my aim for next time. I told you. Perfect. So let's go to the next one. So if you have any questions about how writing sprints work, what songs or soundtracks I'm listening to while I'm doing my writing sprints, um, if you are wondering how to get this book again, and you have any writing questions or editing questions or processes of writing, I will be sharing it with you if you contact me through either Instagram or email. And if you want, I will show you other things I've been using next time when we do a writing sprint. So I'll show you like kind of a profile thing that I use done by another author that she has made for other authors to use. So I'll do that. and I'll give you more details about my book as well. So thank you so much for being here with me. I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this writing sprint, please, please, please subscribe, like, and comment. And I hope to see you next time. It was a true pleasure being with you guys today. And if you're watching the playback, please, please, please write in the comments. I really want to connect with you guys. I really want to write back and connect with you. And if you haven't yet, please connect with me through Instagram. And I'm also on Facebook. I'm also on Pinterest, and I also have TikTok. So I'll add that next time I'm doing my slides. So thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless, and enjoy your your afternoon or your morning or your evening, whatever's coming up. And I will see you next Friday. Okay? Have fun. Take care. Bye.